Hi guys, Jennifer here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you this beautiful journal I made using Sheila's beautiful velvet and her lace package. And it has some pretty boho trims here and her little wrapped bead, wire wrapped bead I should say. And this gorgeous applique, and these were all hand dyed except for the trims. Then I added a little bit of her sparkly trim with the pearls, and I used the beautiful wrap that she had included, and with that I just wrapped it and tucked it so it's super easy. I attached it here, and then I made this into a little pocket, so I used a piece of this pretty lace, and then I used this as the front focal piece, and then I was able to tuck a couple of goodies in there. I also used the French Market paper by Frank Garcia, and I lined the inside, and I wrapped the rest of it with this gorgeous blue velvet here, and you can see that I just have one signature, and I bound it with the seam binding that she included there. So if you open it up, it's like a trifold, or it's like a little clutch. And this was a little tricky for me. It's my first time, I think, doing a true trifold journal. I have before in the past created a trifold like folio, but not necessarily a journal, because I love to adorn the sides of the journal with lots of lace. But on this one I was kind of restricted, so I did a little bit here on the bottom and on the top, so you can kind of see little bits and pieces sneaking out there. And then I made this piece into a little what do you call it, like a pocket. So this originally, the base is actually a paper bag, and you can't even see any of it anymore, except if you look in this pocket you can see the paper bag right here, and it's two paper bags. So you know how you make it into a clutch, and then I extended it to make it big enough for me. This was one of the larger ones. I think I had two that I had gotten from the pharmacy, and so I just reuse those. And then I have a check here, and I just put that in this little pocket here. And then I collaged this envelope, and I just kind of glued the flap in there. And then in here I have a couple more things. So this pretty postcard from the French Market paper, and then when I stick that in there like that, you can actually, I think I had it this way, so you can see the pretty postcard through there. And then this is just from my French Curiosa paper, and then I just lightly coffee dyed the back, just as some place that you can add some extra writing and tuck little goodies in there. And then this is the paper, and these are my digitals here that I use to collage the envelope. So then if you move here, this is quite a large journal, so let me go ahead and measure that for you. It is 10 inches, about 10 inches tall, and then it's about 5 you close this, it's probably about almost 6, well, maybe 5.5. All right, so you got a 5.5 by 10-inch journal. Okay, so in here I have a little piece of ephemera that I attached here. So this was one of the cards that Sheila included with some laces, and so I just made a little decoration there at the top, and then just added some bits of papers, some of my digitals here, and that just tucks right in there. I thought that was a nice view to the opening of the journal, and you can still see some of the pretty roses here at the bottom. And then here I did collage several of the pages. This is using the new digital I'll have in my shop soon, and I'm pretty much done with the background pages, but I'm finishing up the ephemera now. And then I just tore some of the French Market papers from Frank Garcia, and I added some ephemera here. So here's this pretty sequin trim, and there's a little piece of the bling trim, and then this was just some kind of a vintage ephemera piece, and I put that in there. And then I put a little crunchy bag in here, and then this little blue piece was Sheila's, as well as the top of this, that blue trim, and then this pretty sparkly trim. And there's just a little bits of paper that you can write on, as well as another little place to journal on. And here, and then behind there, I kind of left it open, is a vintage postcard, and I just love the cars all parked on the side there. So put that there. And then I made some long, like bookmarked kind of tags that you can journal on the back. And this was from a lace masterboard that I made for the ephemera. So I actually went through and counted how many pieces of ephemera, and you need at least like 50 pieces of ephemera to fill a journal, I would say. And this is a small journal, guys, so this isn't like a really gigantic one. So if you think about how much work goes into a journal, it's a lot. So I have this music paper. I kind of folded it over and made a little pocket on this side using some of the papers. And then here's some skinny tags. This was collage. And then this is, I want to see, the shabby, oh gosh, I don't know what that's from. Shabby scalloped. No, this is snippet tags, I think. I will leave below which kits I use because I'm confused myself. Here's a little tuck spot here. Some of my coffee dyed papers stenciled, and I just I added a piece of the wallpaper there and just cut out some bits of the collage. And then here's some pretty trims up here that I just layered. I got the cheesecloth and the sequin trim and that pretty trim that has like the sequin pieces and some embroidery. And then I took the piece of wallpaper and I cut it out, and I made a little tuck spot here. And here's some tags, and then this is just a little place to journal. These are like the velvet trims and the pretty trims that she included. I just kind of sprinkled it throughout. Here's a pretty piece of lace that was in the kit there, and I just made this little journaling card from the masterboard. And then I just added this trim at the top. And here's some more of my hand-dyed paper. This was avocado dyed This is coffee and some pink mica spray, and then with the stencil. And then here I collaged some pieces of the digital kit. Here's a beautiful trim. This is from the neutrals pack that I just threw in there, and I liked kind of making it into a tuck, and then this flips out. And I added this lace here because this is an old piece of music paper and I didn't want it to tear off. And then here's some more of Sheila's trims and the velvet and the pretty sparkly. And this paper is from my bold painted papers. This is from, I think, the French Curiosa. And it's just like a letter, and then I slightly coffee dyed, so you can write on that. And here I have a little envelope, and then I used this little piece that Sheila had in there, and I just stapled it to the tag that I collaged. A journal on that. I lined the inside here with some German book page, and then I made a little bow with the seam binding. There's a couple more tags tucked in that I collaged and sewed up, and you can write on the back. So this is the way to go. Honestly, a masterboard, it just, you can make a bunch of different ephemera and they don't all look the same. And yeah, it just makes it so much easier to do ephemera pieces. Here's another little bit of ephemera, and there's her cheesecloth in there, just like that little pop of blue there. And then I made a little tuck there and just added a couple of tags. I made a ruffle and then added her trim. And then here's a little corner pocket, and then I added a bit of this sparkly trim. So pretty with the embroidery. And then here's a couple pieces of ephemera. This, I think, is the shabby scallop tags. Pretty sure. And then here's a piece of the lace. And I made it like a little flip. And that beautiful trim up there that I sprinkled throughout because I wanted it to be kind of throughout the journal, but then I wanted you to see a nice piece of that there. Here's another piece of the wallpaper, and I just tucked in a little tag. You can, I gessoed this because I thought maybe if you wanted to draw something or write something with a paint marker or something, just different textures. And then here's a little pocket with some ephemera. This is an old ticket. And then here's a journaling card from French Market. I collaged the back of that, made this little pocket, and sewed it up. Here's the other piece of that wallpaper, and I made a little tuck spot here, a little place to write, and then this little place to write. So this is kind of like a belly band. It slides all the way through, and then this is like a little tuck spot. But it's just so pretty because they're like painted flowers. Thought that went really well with everything. And then this is just like a big gigantic bookmark as part of the masterboard I made, and then you can journal on the back, and then this just comes off of there. But I added this beautiful lace, folded it over, and then I just attached it to the page, not permanently. Oops. And then that tucks under there, and then over here just a little journaling card. And then this is just a little pocket. I just added that little piece there, and then here's this music paper flips out. And on this side, I added some more of this pretty lace. Big old place to journal, and then I tore some more of that Frank Garcia paper there. And then made another pocket here. More of the lace masterboard with that pretty little piece of eyelet there. And then on this side, I have this is one of the pockets that we made on the last video. And it was the tag pocket. And I just tucked in a little tag there. And then I was going to put this down, but I just left the back plain. But I did coffee dye it, so I think it looks all right. Made this, I love the seam binding, so I just made another little bow there. Then I did another collage page, and then this pretty trim at the top. I wanted you to be able to see the gold from the top and the bottom, so I cut it 2 pieces. Here's another coffee dyed stencil paper. Then there's a couple of journaling tags in here with 2 pockets you can fill up. And then I just, because the paper bag is a little wonky, I put these strips here just because, nothing's even. But it also reinforces everything. So anyway, there is the journal. I had so much fun making this. This was definitely out of my comfort zone, color-wise, but I enjoyed that. I really had fun with it. And it just looks really pretty. The velvet is so fun to feel. Lots of textures and feel goods in here. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through of this journal. I really had fun. And go check out Sheila. She's on... she's everywhere, but she's Sheila at Bohodaydreams. And I'll leave the links to her social media below if you're interested in grabbing up one of her little bundles of goodness. All right, guys, thanks so much for stopping by, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.